This bill has been a moving target, and literally within like an hour ago, from the Sacramento Bee, Speaker of the House John A. Perez from the California State Assembly has made an announcement that SCA-5 has been withdrawn. The bill has been withdrawn from the California state. At the request of the author, Senator Ed Hernandez. So I'm going to turn it over to staff and ask them what is our next step from here, since that there's no live bill.
Yeah, clearly, but it's difficult to write a letter of opposition to a bill that no longer is on the floor. Council considered doing a number of things, thanking the author for withdrawing it. We could do nothing. We could just write a letter stating our overall opinion on the issue. We have a number of options, although I think at this point writing a letter in opposition to the bill really doesn't make any sense since it's no longer on the table. Yeah, there is no bill.
But can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
The newspapers say hold, it's not withdrawn. So how do we know it's not coming back?
Well, it would come back as a new bill, and we would consider it as a new bill. But what the author technically did was pull it out of the Assembly, ask a colleague on the Assembly to withdraw it from the Assembly and send it back to the Senate for reconsideration, or essentially it's dead for this session.
Are we sure about that?
It can come back, but we would know if it came back. I mean, in the Assembly, nothing dies, potentially dies forever, but this one looks like it's dead for now.
For now. Okay. For how long?
Until somebody revives it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Next session.
Next session. Okay. So that means next year.
Based upon our current information, it could be no earlier than next year. Do we have that capital alert up? So is it on the screen, just so people can read it? That would be helpful, I think, because there's a lot of questions about what really is going on. So maybe somebody can read this, or the public can read it. Can we call their attention to it?
Yeah, because I've never read it. It's HALTS, H-A-L-T-S. And my understanding of English means stop right here, now.
So I'll go ahead and read it. This is the capital alert from the Sacramento Bee, March 17th. Just came out earlier today. John A. Perez halts efforts to overturn California Prop 209. California voters will not be asked this year to decide whether to roll back California ban on racial preferences in college admissions, as the former Speaker John A. Perez announced Monday. At the request of Senator Ed Hernandez, author of the Senate Constitution Amendment 5, Perez said that he is sending the measure back to the Senate without taking any action in the lower house. Quote, it really is driven most by my interest in making sure we come out with the best policy outcomes, quote, Perez said. Quote, as it's currently written, I don't think SCA-5 gives us that, and as currently written, it requires a 2/3 vote of both houses, and those votes do not exist in both houses. Perez said that he and Senate Leader Darrell Steinberg will form a task force to discuss whether California should change the way Biden admits students to public universities. The group will include representatives from the University of California, California State University, and community colleges, he said. The move came a week after 3 Asian American state senators who had previously voted for SCA-5 asked Perez to put a stop to the measure. Prior to the vote of SCA-5 in the Senate, we heard no opposition to the bill. However, in the past few weeks, we have heard from thousands of people throughout California voicing their concerns about the potential impacts. The measures would overturn part of Prop 209, which the voters approved in 1996, by allowing public colleges and universities to use race and ethnicity as factors in judging students for admissions. Democrats in the state Senate used their 2/3 supermajority to pass SCA-5 in January, sending it for the Assembly for consideration. Since the Asian American advocacy groups has been organizing opposition around the state, arguing for affirmative action will help some ethnic groups at the expense of others. As lifelong advocates for Asian Americans and other Asian communities, we will never support a policy that we believe will negatively impact our children, said by Ted Liu, Carol Liu, and Lin Yi wrote in a letter for Perez. So that was the statement. It's covered by many publications up and down northern and southern California.
Yeah, but Mayor, when I see this, it says it really is driven most by my interest, the interest of the Speaker of the House of the Assembly, Mr. Chang. It did not show that from Senator Ed Hernandez withdrawal. So how can we be sure this is correct?
So staff has been just in contact literally about 10 minutes with Senator Hernandez's office, and we're trying to get a statement from their office, and hopefully we'll get that within the hour.
Yeah, then we invite him to come, and he refused.
Okay, Barry. Okay, Councilman, Vice Mayor Singh's had an opportunity to talk to Jim Bell's Chief of Staff, as well as Senator Jerry Hill, and I personally talked with Assembly Member Paul Fong and Assembly Member Rich Gordon, and the Communication Director, Senator Ed Hernandez as well too. So the Legislative Committee has had an opportunity to do the outreach, and today we have an opportunity, the full House here, to listen to all speakers today, so we can further talk about this issue, or we can have an opportunity to listen to the folks who came here to listen.
I'll listen. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Chang. I know that this is a very sensitive topic, and I know that there's not enough votes in either the State Assembly to have the 2/3, and even if we went back to State Senate, there's no 2/3 by the Democrats to amend the bill. So it's very important that it's just like the court of law here, that you will have an opportunity to have 3 minutes to speak on this item. There are lights in front of you, and when the light turns yellow, you'll have 30 seconds left. Before I open the public hearing, I want to ask my colleagues that, was there any concerns or constraints that you have?
Yeah, I need to leave at 5 o'clock.
Let's do it.
Okay. We have over 50 cards here. We also have Tina Mao, who can also be a translator for Mandarin, Chinese if so needed. So because of the limited time, I want to ask staff that you have any recommendations.
Attorney can pipe in too, but your really only option is to limit the time each person can speak if you have a hard cap that you need to end the meeting by.
Okay, so we have about, is there any more speakers that would like to speak? You have to fill out a card now within the next 5 minutes. So please bring up your cards now and give it to Mr. Kitson, because I will be closing. I will not take any more cards after 3:25. 3:25. I will not take any more cards.